I did kill some monkeys, which I just did say a while ago that I actually like monkeys, and I killed them, and I'm gonna eat them now. But it's okay, we need to survive. Let's not be picky about it here. Hey everybody, welcome back. Falcon, Dead in Bermuda, day number 18, PM portion. We have a few things to do here before we actually progress forward. Now, looking at our meal supply over here, we're going to have one regular meal going into the nighttime portion. I think we have a few barely edible stuff as well. But we have a bunch of fish for Alice to cook right now, so that should help us out quite a bit, I hope. Now, these guys are going to have to... I'm going to take Bob off of fishing for now, because as you can see, we do have a bunch of fish. We're up to 18 right now, so I don't think we really need to go and fish right now. We should have some leftover food for tonight from cooking, and if whatever she doesn't cook will actually be able to be eaten from fish. I'd rather not do that because of the sickness issues, but if it has to come to it, we will. The reason why I'm doing this is because Ileana is still relatively depressed, so if I get this down a bit more, she should be able to work a bit faster for us. And at the same time, Bob's at 16 himself, so it'll help out both of them here a little bit, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and just sacrifice one portion or one phase of fishing so we can get Ileana under control finally. Yuri has a level up, which is something we need to do right now, so let's go into information. Now remember, you get a skill point every multiple of 5, meaning if I leveled him up right now, up to 35, he will have 7 skill points to the next level. So do we sacrifice 1 distribution of points right now for 7 next time around? Hey, we gotta be thinking long-term here a little bit too, but honestly, 6 isn't really too bad. I mean, 4 is pretty low with Bob. That's a for sure thing. I guess we could just go ahead and go for the 7. We'll have 1 point left over to toss into something else, so I guess I'll do that one instead. Now, what you're doing right now is scavenging, and on occasion you will cook whenever Alice is too tired to cook, right? Now, you get actually pretty tired cooking because your agility is really low, so I shouldn't really have you do that too much. So I'm going to have you focus on still scavenging because we need a bunch of supplies coming forward. Maybe even go back to crafting a little bit too, because we're going to have to craft a bow pretty soon anyway. Crafting is dictated by constitution, or strength actually. So you don't really get too tired crafting because of your high strength. So let's go with... Yeah, I guess we'll probably go back to crafting. Alright, there you go. So you're set. You guys will have to rest it out here today because you're relatively high in the yellow, so that's cool. Winters, you are a bit fatigued, but you're going to go out and scavenge a bit more fruit, just as emergency food for us. You guys will go ahead and gather some wood here for us. Obviously, he's not the best scavenger, but I could kind of sacrifice him, toss him to something else, although you guys don't get along too well, so maybe that's going to actually harm Alejandro more than anything. What happens if I do this instead? 3 to 7? 4 to 9. Yeah, I guess I'll have you guys both go at it. And let's see here. How's our water supply coming in? We're at 6 right now. Let's go ahead and convert some. We got 5 on that one. 5 more. Maybe 1 more time. 4 more. Good. Pretty good. So we have 40 water, which means 5 days of water, which is pretty good. Our fire should be kind of stoked up relatively high, 97. We have 15 wood. We're looking for 30 wood for the bow. So we're kind of getting to our marker pretty soon. Now, before we go on forward, let's go ahead over here and find out what we unlocked. For a second there, I was like, well, we found nothing, really? But it's up here. Lianas. I have no idea what this is going to do. So let's go ahead and inspect it first. These trees are covered in lianas. Higher in the branches, you see little mischievous monkeys playing with each other. Oh, there's monkeys here. I like monkeys. So we could search it out. We could cut them down. We could hunt little monkeys. Or play with little monkeys. I guess play with little monkeys would probably be depression. This would be fresh food. Or fresh meat. And I guess we could probably cut these down for rope. We do need rope for the bow, let's remember that. And search, I'm not sure what search would do. I'm not sure which one to go with here, guys. What do you guys think? Let's go back to camp. Let's see, big trunk. Big trunk. We have 2 rope. We have no fresh meat. So we could go for meat if we kill them. Well, what do you guys think? Well, let's just go back. Alrighty. I'm not sure which one to go with here. Not sure. Let's, do we search it out first? But will searching stuff out, will that make the monkeys go away? I guess let's just hunt the monkeys down straight up, right? Yeah, screw the depression. Let's just hunt them down. Hunting is 54. Oh, here we go. Jacob's our main hunter. Jacob, let's handle it, dog. So stealth, you actually succeeded. Good on you. There are a bunch of cute little monkeys playing with the lianas. Easy targets. You try to catch some for dinner tonight, but the monkeys lead you far away from the liana trees. You can't remember where it was. Oh, no. Oh, we got 5. So I did succeed after all. Oh, that's it, though. We're not going to get any rope. What do you guys think? Was it a good trade-off? Meat for rope instead? Yeah, you know what? I don't think that's a bad idea. We do need some fresh meat for better meals, right? So, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I glad I did that, I hope. I did kill some monkeys, which I just did say a while ago that I actually like monkeys, and I killed them, and I'm gonna eat them now. But it's okay, we need to survive. Let's not be picky about it here. Alright, Alice, you're gonna be cooking. You have a bunch of stuff to mix some meals with here. You guys are gonna be doing your little talk and depression thing out. I think we're ready to go. Let us go forward into the night portion. How much meals? How many meals? 5 fresh meat, 2 fresh fish, and we have 7 tasty meals. Good. 4 for 4. Excellent. Agility went up too. Great. Get you less tired by cooking, which is actually really ideal. Depression's done. Depression is just about done. Fatigue to 15. Good. And we have strong metabolism. Sickness increases slower. Hey, good on you, Bob. Good on you, my friend. You guys are getting along too well, though. That's to be expected. 17 and amazing. Good stuff. Winters, what do you got for me? 3. That's the highest you could bring in, I believe, or is it 4? It's 3 or 4, but either way, that's a really good haul. 6 wood, I think the most they could bring in was 9, so I'll take it. Not too bad. You guys got along a little bit better too, which is good because you guys have a pretty distaste for one another. Alrighty, so let's see. We have a little bit of an event here with Alejandro and Yuri. My boy Yuri. So, you come from Russia. And Ileana is your daughter. Da. And Julia her mother? Niet. My wife. Second one. First one dead. Ah, sorry for your loss. She may be better up there than us down here, though. Any idiot can face a crisis. It's the day-to-day living that wears you out. Alejandro's like, how do I talk to this man who apparently is just so deep in thought that none of us could really understand what's going through his head? He's just like one wavelength above everybody right now. Okay, good night. Oh no, the depression went up though. God damn it, Alejandro, thanks for ruining shit for us, right? Leave Yuri alone. Yuri's gonna talk whenever he's ready to talk, okay? Alrighty, so we have a bunch of meals coming in tonight. As a matter of fact, a bunch of them. Let's go ahead and toss this over here. We will go ahead and toss this over here. And over there, and over here. I'm gonna hold on to these 3 over here. Hopefully they don't degrade, but if they do, they'll degrade over here, which isn't too bad. Now, we have a bunch of barely edible stuff here. We should probably try to get rid of these now, too. So let's go ahead and toss this down through here. They didn't really do much for us. That's okay. Let's just get rid of these bad boys, too, while we're at it. Toss this over here. Down to 0. Perfect. That's what I love to see. And then we'll toss this over here down to 4. And let's see here. We'll toss this over here to Bob. And we're at 8 over here and 4 and 1. 8, 4, and 1. Might as well just toss this over here now. Perfect. Okay. I think we hold on to everything else. Oh my god, we have some food now. I'm really happy to, even though it might degrade, I'm happy that we're ending a night with a bunch of food left over down here. Sure, it might perish a bit, but, you know, so be it. Let's go next. Fire intensity down to 76. Water supply to 32. We lost 1 tasty meal, which isn't too bad. We lost 1 regular meal, which isn't too bad. And then 5 of our fresh fish went into barely edible stuff. I'll take it. You know what? I will gladly take it. We barely lost any of the good stuff, which is really good. Alrighty, day 19, morning portion. I am actually pretty happy. How are you doing here, Alice? You might want to cook a bit more for us, don't you? We still have 7 more fish for you to mess around with. Yeah. Use them up. Alrighty, Bob. Do we go back to, fishing? You damn right we do. Back over here, Ileana, how are you doing? Sickness is kinda high. Is your sickness going up? I think it might be. Let's see, increases by 2 to 4 overnight. 2% chance of contaminating each other with still healthy survivors. Increases depression by 1 to 2 overnight, increases fatigue. Yeah, that sickness is actually really high on her. Yuri's a bit high, too. I don't know, man. We might actually have to scavenge for some medicinal herbs. Unless I want to actually take the plunge and give her one of these items over here. What do we have for that? Not going to use that one, obviously. Which one's the one for sickness? Sickness. None. No more for sickness, as a matter of fact. Oh, I just realized, since intelligence, this will actually give me an instant skill point for somebody, right? Because it's 5 intelligence points. You know what? Who do we need that for? I guess Bob wouldn't be the worst thing here. Let's see here. Bob, you're at what multiple right now? Bob right now... Well, actually, he only fishes, though, and crafts. I think we're just about maxed out on what we want Bob focusing on. We might as well just give that extra skill point to somebody else who does a bunch of different type of jobs, you know? That wouldn't be the worst idea, because basically I'm just content with him fishing and crafting on occasion. So, I mean, we could get that crafting skill a bit higher. I almost want to give it to Alejandro. His intelligence is at 44, so one more will give him another extra point next time he levels up. Ileana gets more than enough. We could get Jacob another point, Alejandro another point. I guess anybody you give this would get an extra point, but they'd be closer to another point afterwards is what I'm trying to get at here. Winters would be pretty good. Actually, intelligence, 55, 36, 55, 31. Alice would get an extra point, and then she'd be close to a second extra point too. And Alice is a bunch. She harvests for us, she cooks, she does quite a bit. I'm thinking either her or Yuri, to be honest with you. I think Yuri maybe, because he does a bunch of different stuff for us. He scavenges, he cooks, he crafts. So yeah, you know what, Yuri? I'm gonna give you the 100 Sudoku. There you go. Excellent, my friend. Now, we still have the issue with sickness on Ileana, but unless we go out and scavenge some medicinal herbs, we're not going to actually be able to do much about it. Unless we use the... No, there's really not much we can do. No, unless we use the fire crystal, which I don't want to do. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry for that sickness, but it's going to have to deal with it for a bit longer. You're going to be down with the sickness like Disturbed. Oh, come out. Are you down with the sickness? Okay, I'm going to stop right now. Sorry, Grandpa Rock from the late 90s, early 2000s, was it? Is Disturbed still around? I'd be surprised. Anyway, let's see here. Fatigue 28. Yeah, let's have you scavenge a bit longer. Speaking of which, we're at 21 wood. We're looking for 30 for the bow, so we're almost close to it. Your fatigue is relatively high. I'm going to have you rest it out. You could fish by yourself. You're going to bring in 0 to 7, which isn't too bad because we already have at least 7. Yeah, we have 7 fish over here. So even if you bring in a terrible haul, she should be able to make some meals with that alone. Yuri, you are a bit depressed, though. Same with Ileana. Alrighty. I'm going to sacrifice you guys doing much for us right now, at least for the AM portion. I'm going to have you just have one more little rest and chat over here. Man, you know what? I kind of almost want to toss you in here. I will. Your depression is a bit high, too, which I'm not too crazy about. So, yeah, we'll have her do that. You're gonna... Fatigue is kind of high. Depression is at 12. What happens if I toss you here? Alrighty. I'll have you guys do a chat here. Man, dog. Your depression's kind of really high, too. You know what? We're gonna probably have to toss you here, too. I wanted to scavenge a bit more, but the depression levels are looking a bit high, which I'm not too crazy about. So, yeah, I'll have you guys have a mass chat over here. You're fine for cooking, you're fine for fishing, and that's about it, huh? Wow. Oh no, Ileana's over here. Oh boy. Do we just put you with the rest of the crew here and have a chat out? I don't really need to research right now, I don't think, anyway. Alrighty. We'll do another mass chat. We will do cooking and fishing. I hope you guys are proud of yourselves. Only Alice and Bob, my amazing couple, is going to be working here where you guys are having a, AM portion off. So that's fine. Let's go ahead into the next phase here. It's worth it, I suppose. So we used up 7 fresh for 7 tasty meals. Oh, Alice, I love you. I love you so much, Alice. Alrighty, depression 0, depression's 1, discussion went up. Depression 8, discussion went up. Level 3. 4, I will take it. 0, and good. Okay. Fatigue 22. Fatigue's gone. Fatigue better. 25. I would like a little bit under the green, but so be it. We have a new trait for Homeboy here. Harvesting skill progresses twice as fast. Unfortunately, not much of a harvester for us, but we'll see if you're actually capable of it down the line. Everybody got along pretty well, though. That's pretty good to see. Bob, what do you got? 6 fresh fish? Of course. Bob, by himself, is the total baller. All right, we're in the PM portion. And I'm going to say, you know what? This went relatively well. We do have a level up here on Jacob, so let's go ahead and take care of that now. Jacob, you have 9 skill points to distribute over here. 9? Shouldn't that be, like, 8? Because it's 5 points. 5 intelligence points equals 1 skill, right? Is it because you're above 1? Above 40? I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, 9 skill points. I will not sneeze at this. I will obviously use it right now. Now, what do we need him working on other than just fishing? He's a pretty decent fisherman, as we do know. Hunting is something we'd have to start doing once we get that bow up and running, so maybe maxing this out wouldn't be the worst thing out there, or at least kind of close to maxing it out. So he's at 84 right now. What dictates hunting? Hunting is dictated by Constitution, which is actually pretty low. And you know what? If we get his Constitution up, he could actually do some other things a bit better, too, because this is actually low in general. So I'm thinking 40? Do we toss all of them in here, or do we toss the other 4 into hunting? I'm gonna say we toss more into Constitution, because he does get tired a bit fast, you know? Maybe it's the old age, I'm not sure, but I hope that helps him out quite a bit. Alrighty. He was the only person with the level up? Correct. So Alice. How much food do we have coming in? We have a lot of food coming in. Do we want to use up that last fish and turn it into meals, or would we rather just rest her now? Good question. All I know is that Julia is ready to go back to exploring, though, right? Yes. Definitely is. Bob, might have you fish, we'll see. Fatigue, still high. I'm going to probably have you just rest out one more time. Yuri is good to go again. Sickness is high. I almost want to sacrifice searching for wood for some medical supplies because we have a bunch of people with a kind of high sickness, you know? So if we toss Alejandro and Yuri down over here, that would get the rest of the wood, more than likely, assuming we have a pretty decent stock that we need for the bow. But I'm thinking we go for medicine. We're going to bring in 2 to 8. 8 would be amazing. So yeah, we'll do some medicinal herb supply. You will do searching or exploring the island. You're going to go ahead and rest. You're ready to go. Your sickness is relatively high, but that's okay. It's going to have to deal with it. We're going to toss you back to research again. And let's see. Winters, you are still a bit fatigued. Let's see here. I'm going to toss you back over here with Julia because now it's turning a bit more difficult to actually find locations. So maybe both of you together will be able to actually uncover this beach for us. So yeah, I'll have you both explore. Bob, do we want you fishing? I mean, you're a good crafter, but we have nothing to craft right now. Everything else you're kind of terrible at. 31, 22, 22. Yeah, you might as well just bring in more fish for us. You're not tired or anything, are you? Nah, you're fine. Okay, I think that's how we play it out. Let's go ahead and go forward then. Research up to 27. Again, we're in no rush right now to get the next thing unlocked, because we still have to build a bow anyway. 6 fresh fish into 6 tasty meals, and 0 regular meals. Perfect. Fatigue is high, but we'll have you rest tomorrow, and you'll be fine. You're good to start working again. Bob, what do you got for me? 4. Not as great, but I'll still take it. Still a decent amount of supply. I need 8. Give me 8. 3. Oh, that's pretty terrible. They could bring in from 2 to 8 and about in 3, so that's barely above the lowest amount possible. And we unlocked the beach. Great. Fatigue to 26 and fatigue to 10. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. At least we have a new area to check out next time around. Alrighty guys, give me a good event here. Nothing terrible, please. We're doing so good. I don't need you guys ruining it for me. Let me mess up the run on my own mistakes, not because of RNG, okay? That's how it should work out here. How was your day, Jacob? Quite well, madam. Thanks for asking. I never seem to run into you during the day. That's because one must be stealthy when walking around a jungle filled with dangerous beasts. You think the jungle's a threat to us? Sure, madam. We can't rely on anything or anyone other than ourselves now. At least we can count on everyone in this little group of survivors. Are you certain of that? Well, there's this Yuri. I don't trust him. He looks like a thug. I'm sure he was in the Soviet army. My thoughts exactly. KGB agents are everywhere, madam. Despite that, our government says the war is still on. A frightening thought. I'll keep both eyes open. So they get along better, but her opinion on Yuri went down, which isn't too bad because honestly, I don't think I ever really have them both, mingle with each other, so that's fine. I'll take it. At least no depression, which is actually good to see. And as you can see, the only person in yellow is Fatigue on Winters. This is a really amazing night that we're looking into here and going into day 20. And we have a bunch of food. Look at all the food that we have. Haha! Falcon's rolling in it now. Let me toss this over here. Toss this over here. Give you one. Give you one. And here. And let's see. We'll start tossing these bad boys around. Perfect and perfect. Oh, I guess we need one more for her. Okay. The highest thing is 2% on both of the girls here, but other than that, we're amazing. We still have 4 fish left over. We have 6 of the barely edible stuff. We have 10 amazing meals left over. This is looking amazing right now. Let's go next. We have to stoke that fire pretty soon. Water supplies are at 24. We have to make some more of that. 6 of our 10 tasty meals declined, though. That's not too good. 2 of our fresh fish went into barely edible stuff, and then 3 of our barely edible stuff degraded into rotten food. Well, we did lose some meals. As a matter of fact, quite a few meals here. I'm not too happy about it, but oh well. Alrighty, day 20 AM portion. Let's see here. Alrighty, we do need some water, we did say, right? Yeah, so let's start converting. Do we convert the entire thing? At this point, I think we just use our water or our fruit for water at this point, right? Yeah, might as well. 50, that's a good number. Alrighty, we're gonna have to stoke this fire as well. We're at 54, we're at 21. We still need 9 more wood. 10 more wood now. 11 more wood. 12 more wood to make the bow. Alrighty, so we'll keep that in mind. Alice, now is going to be time to finally get some rest. Bob, or Jacob I should say, you're going to probably come over here and fish with Homeboy. Once you bring in some more fish, Alice is going to have to cook in the PM portion to get us ready for tonight. Harvesting, I think we can skip on. We have a bunch of water anyway. Do we want to rest anybody right now? Alejandro's a bit high, but no. Oh, medicinal supplies, right. We need to toss those around here a little bit. So we're looking at what? Ileana and Yuri. Okay. So let's start doing this now. Ileana. Medicinal supplies, 3%. Didn't you guys used to be 5? They must have patched this then. Yeah, this used to be 5 if I remember here correctly. Now it's just 3. Oh well. I was hoping for 5. 5 would have been 15. It would have brought it down to 8, and that would have been great, but there you go. It's been reduced now, which is no good for me, but so be it. Okay, so we've used that up on her. Do we scavenge for wood now, or do we take another plunge into the medicinal herbs? I think we do. I think we get more herbs and try to get everybody's sickness down to 0, because that's basically the biggest worst thing that could happen, because obviously then they're contagious and get other people sick, which is no good. So yeah, I think we're going to have to pause a little bit on the bow and just get the medicinal herbs to clear up the rest of the sicknesses here. You guys were able to find a new map for us, which is great. So you know what? I'm going to have you deal with this fatigue now, get it out of the way. Ileana, how are you doing here? You're relatively fine. You're getting a bit tired, but still okay. You guys will fish, and then you guys will scavenge for medicinal herbs, and you will explore. I think this is actually pretty good. And we're going to find out what this new map that we unlocked for tomorrow. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up if you would like to support. It does mean a lot. I will catch you next time.